Hello everyone, this is Diane. Welcome to my Pretty Pink Cottage YouTube channel. And today is Monday, and yes, I went to the flea market and I almost did not go, but I found so many interesting and unique things. You are going to want to watch this, so I hope you stick around to see everything, and I'll try not to linger too long on any one thing. I have this here first so I can go through it and get it out of the way. It is a vintage tin, not in good shape. The lid doesn't even fit on it because it's warped, but it's got art by John Constable, and this is full of sewing supplies. So I want to go through it, make sure I got my money's worth. I'm not going to mention prices of everything today, but I'll mention some of them. This one I did pay $15 for. She had it marked for $20, but she said she would sell it for $15. So I want to see if I think I got $15 worth of stuff. I saw some really nice things in there. So there's pink rickrack. Of course, I'll keep that. White seam binding. Some red polka dot bias trim or bias tape. I'll keep that. More seam binding, green and white. White rickrack. And this is bias tape, a wide bias tape in white. Blue bias tape. I'll use this seam lace, hem lace, for dangles or tassels. Rickrack and more green bias tape or seam binding. So those are all keepers. This is a very stained ribbon. I don't know if I'll keep that for something grungy. I could coffee dye it and see how I like it. It's a wide grosgrain ribbon. Oh, here's an orange seam binding. Yes, I didn't realize there was so much seam binding in it. This is a piping. I probably won't keep that. And I'll keep this for a while and see if I end up using it. I'm going to get rid of this pin before I hurt myself on it. It is stuck in there and I won't see it. But it's kind of a cushy purple. And you know I'm not fond of purple, but you know, it could come in handy. These two I probably won't use. Oh, look at this. A little hat and mittens, crocheted. Well, very cute. I'll put this in with the Christmas bundles that I put together to sell. This, oh, that's a vintage, not velvet. I don't think it's real velvet. It's a little too stiff, but it's velvety. So I could use that. And it's on a metal spool. Yeah, I didn't know that was there. Oh, this is a belt. I don't know if I'll use the belting. I could make a journal strap with it. Some gimp. Some daisy trim. I like the daisy trim, so I'll keep that. This is one thing I saw that I really wanted, and I know there's not much there. So I was really hoping that there would be enough other stuff. I've got to get some tweezers or pliers to pull that pin out because it is probably rusted in there. Yep. Let's see how much is here. Isn't that so pretty? I love the colors. That's 22 inches plus 17 inches. And then this is bias tape, but it's a printed one. So I'll use that. Just a little piece of, oh, it's bigger than I thought. An eyelet with pink. It's not ribbon, it's threads. That's interesting. I'll use that. This is just a cord. It's fabric. It's like a linen fabric with knots tied in the end. So I might use that to tie a journal. There's a blue lace. Oh, there's some appliques. Cool. There. Just some gold cord. Grosgrain. Vintage grosgrain ribbon. Again. Oh, another applique. A bigger one. That's pretty. Seam bindings. Lots of seam binding. There is a few more appliques, some stars and some daisies. This is lace wrapped around a little spool, just the hem lace. Same with that. There's another applique. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I will sort through this better. Look at this. That's so cute. And I'll dispose of some things and keep some things. All right, so now I did get some things from Bob. I'm saving them for last as usual, but I got really interesting things from other people too. So I got this. I was looking through a box of cards that he had, some greeting cards and a few postcards, and I saw, as I kept digging, it was just a box about that deep. I was digging down and found a stack of these Valentines. So this one is torn, so I'm going to show you. We're going to figure out how it works. So you can see the girl is upside down here, but you would fold this and fold her down like that. Maybe this goes this way, and then maybe it would stand up like that. So that's really cute. The question is, will you be my Valentine, dear teacher? I would look the world over and not find a teacher as swell as you. You're my Valentine. And there's another one. So they're all for teacher. Look at that girl sitting at her desk. So cute. And there's another one. And I didn't count them, but there's a lot here. I just kept finding them. There's a little boy. There's another little boy. These are just so darling. So I'm going to keep these and I will sell them after Christmas. And then I picked up from him also this squirrel with a peanut postcard. 1957, I think it says. It's older than I thought. And then this beautiful card with a pink rose. This is Australian ballot postcard. You check off, I'm feeling fine, I'm not feeling well, slept well last night. It's got all these things. You check them off and then sign it and mail it. It's cute. And I picked this up because it's so pretty. It's a rice paper envelope, and it's dated 1967. And it's written, the letter is written on rice paper also, but this pink rose paper was tucked in so that it could be seen through the envelope. So pretty. And it matches this. It's a little cat with a pink rose in his mouth. Very nice writing. So I thought that was lovely. And then there's a bank receipt. And received, oh, it's a tax receipt, 1926. And then this record, Tiny Toons. I thought this would be really cute in a journal. See the little candy canes that spell out Tiny Toons. And these all came from the vendor with the Valentines. I got this book, All the Birds of North America. It looks faded from the sun. The cover of it does, but the inside has nice colors. This will just go in my shop. I have some other bird things, so I might see about putting together a bird bundle. Also, I want to say I'm not going to be taking orders or reserving anything here. I get overwhelmed when I start doing that, and I can't focus on the things that I want to focus on. So they will end up in my shop eventually. What can baby do? This is a cloth book. Kittens drink milk, so does baby. That is so cute. Baby can play peekaboo. It does have some stains on it. It's just so pretty. The pictures are so pretty. And I got that for $3. Now, the first thing I got when I got to the flea market was a box of this stuff. And I asked him if he was selling it by the box or by the piece, because I saw pieces in there that I wanted. And he said he could do either one. And I told him, I held up some cards and I said, I like the cards. How much do you want for the cards? He said, I'll give you the whole box for $15. So I took it. So I paid $15 for all of this. And let me show you what they are. It's Civil Air Patrol. And this is a message from President Kennedy. So it was in the 60s. And it's for youth. So it was probably someone came to a school and talked about it. Let's talk it over. And it has JFK's quote, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." So there are several of those and more. Things are kind of mixed up. And then this, Accent on Youth, Civil Air Patrol's cadet program for young men and women of high school age. And we have several of those booklets. And what is this? Civil Air Patrol Emergency Services. Indoctrination and Operational Procedures, May 1961. There will come a time when I will show these to you again and ask if anybody wants them, because these are things I probably won't list, but I can come on here and say, I've got these things. If anybody wants them, message me and we'll work out a deal, but I'm not doing that yet. Mark Your Place in the Age of Space, U.S. Air Force. So these are just papers that a student could take home with them. This is a poster. Mr. Aircraft Owner, are you qualified for membership in a Corps Elite? FAA license, 250 hours. Wear the red cap and red badge. Cap is Civil Air Patrol. And there are several of those posters. Oops, some more of those message from the president. Then we have this Civil Air Patrol letter from the national headquarters. ECI catalog, Extension Course Institute. I don't know if that has anything to do with the rest of the stuff. Yep, United States Air Force correspondence courses. (1962). This is message pickup instructions for pilots and ground crew. So these look like little hand-drawn diagrams, and then it's typed, and then it was copied. So there are several of those. Looks like all of these are this page. And these are all things that I probably won't use, but I won't get rid of them, because when I'm ready, I will have them ready to go in my shop if anybody wants them. So then I have this. These are cards, cardstock. They're perforated. Federal Communications Commission application for Civil Air Patrol radio station authorization. So that's cool. And there's a radio station license down here, and they're perforated. I've got several, so I'm going to show you. That's one perforation, and then it's printed on the front and back. Here's another one, and then that. National Headquarters Record, FCC record copy, and Civil Air Patrol radio station license. So I've got a few of those cards. This sheet, reimbursement documents, a few pages of that. Civil Air Patrol Chaplain Quarterly Report. So a pad of those. So these things are things that I would keep and use. This is a map, I think, of search areas. Allentown, Pennsylvania. Search areas. That's interesting. It has the whole state of Pennsylvania marked off. And then the search areas are just squares, so they don't go along county lines. Interesting. Got some of those. Federal Bureau of Investigation, United States Department of Justice, and this is an application. It's talking about fingerprint patterns there, and then we do the fingerprints right in there, all 10 fingers. Aerospace Education, Materials of Instruction, Manuals, and Film Strips. So this is an order form, I believe, for a school. Yep, to order these educational film strips and materials. Flight release. Quite a few of those. Here's a training program for mission coordinators. So this must be for the instructor, maybe. Very small print. This is a billhead, or not a billhead, but a letterhead. I only have one of those. Some more of those applications with the thumbprints, fingerprints. And then these are what I wanted. Some of this I wanted too, but I wanted these cards. I thought they would be fun. Personnel data card about pilots and stuff like that. This little paper, Civil Air Patrol membership card. These are temporary membership cards, and must be you would get a more permanent, maybe a laminated one. Commander. It was addressed to the Commander, Texas Wing, Civil Air Patrol. These are body signals, kind of like semaphores, but they're done with your body. And there's a few of those. Pilot and aircraft record. I have a lot of these yellow cards. Oh, these are paper. Organization, action. And then a lot of these cards that I showed you. A few of the blue ones, and then more of the applicant with the thumbprint, fingerprint. Wow, that was a lot. I paid $15 for all of this. And I'm not done. I got more cool things. So I got these 3 books from one vendor. Where My Money Goes. And 1923, somebody started writing in it. And there's some information here. And then a way to keep track of your spending. And it was used 1919. It started out here. 10th week ending June 7th, 1919. And then they started over. First week ending January 5th, 1924. So 5 years later, somebody actually started using it. There's not a lot of writing on it, but these are really cool pages. I wonder if there are 52 pages, 52 front and back for 52 weeks in a year. Then we have this receipt. I'll have to look at it more closely, but that is where my money goes. And then money receipt book. And it's old, you can tell by the cover. And I love the color on these receipts. They are red, but there's like almost like it's a diagonal pattern, stripe pattern. So it reminds me of a security envelope inside that kind of a pattern, sort of. But really cool receipts. Some pages are missing, quite a few pages are missing, but there are a lot left. Some of the pages are gouged. I have no idea how that happens because it's not on the cover and it goes through a lot of pages. But that's okay, I'll still use them. So we have the red stripy one and then the yellow duplicate. I like that book. And then lastly, from that vendor, I got the payroll book, Wage and Hour, Social Security. Very interesting. This was enjoyed by some insects. But I don't think the rest of the book is damaged that way. Look at all these pages. Some pages are shorter. 1942, that one says at the top. But I can definitely use this. And then I got these books. And I'll tell you, this guy charged me $2 for all of these. Social Security Time Book. And this one says Social Security too. But they're from different vendors. Table of Wages by the Hour. And this was 1957. Used. But great for using on tag backgrounds and collages and stuff like that. This was just part of the bundle he offered me for $2. Woman's Day magazine, June 1969. And this opens up into patterns, so it's large paper, which is good for making large journals. I'll have to cut this down to size. So it's got the black and white images plus the pattern, and it's good quality paper, so it would make good pages. Now this is really interesting. HSB, Master Statistical Record for Basketball. And I don't believe it was used at all, and I could not find a date on it. There's no barcode on it, though. Oh, 1972. Easy kept. But here we have the, is that called the key? Under the basket. So you can make marks on certain positions. I don't understand how that would work, but there's percentages to fill in. This paper is so cool. And I don't know, I guess those pages go all throughout. Yeah. So we have 2 of those pages and then a yellow page. And it's all about a certain game, whatever the game that you're making records about. So those 2 pages and then this one all go for one game. And then you repeat. 2 and then a yellow. Isn't that cool? Unused, great quality paper. It'll fold very nicely into a journal. I am so excited about this. Tell me what you think about that. And I paid $2 for, not that, for all of these. So that was really awesome. I couldn't believe it. I think that leaves us with Bob's items. This is what I got from Bob. So I just, random stuff I pick up at his place. And this is some tickets for Palisades Amusement Park. I was wondering, I was just wondering if that's New York. Palisades. I don't know where the Palisades is. But they're really cute tickets. Midwest Motel, a receipt for payment, $10 for the room in 1959. There's a bunch of these business cards for a florist. Floral decorations and choice flowers in Philadelphia. Got quite a few, and then a few more in this bag. So I sold some what I called Bob bundles in my shop yesterday. I put 3 bundles together, and they were all items I had gotten from Bob's booth. And so with some of these pages out of these books that I have, and some of that Civil Air Patrol stuff, some of these, and well, those are not all from Bob, but I could do a bundle of today's flea market finds, and include some of this stuff. This is a letter, and I really liked this stamped return address. I thought that was pretty. And there's no year on this. It doesn't show up. It says September 7th, but I don't even see a year. But it's pretty old. I don't think there's anything in it. Nope. Well, maybe this was in it. Yes, this was in it. Oh my gosh. Planers and matchers. Water wheels, portable horsepower. This is cool. It will take me some effort to read that writing. Look at how brown the back is. I don't know if it started out like that. This side is white, but it's a thick paper, and it's a little bit glossy on the back. Just a little bit. Stuart B. Ives. Nothing in it. Really cool envelope. I think I picked up 2 of these envelopes with the piano. This was sad. We have done all we can to get you to pay this up. Unless we can have full settlement for this, we'll send truck and officer after it within 10 days. We are sending a copy of this letter to Attorney Morse at New Berlin, New York. And it was 1920. Under date of October 27th, this is the lawyer letterhead. We'll send you a William Leonard stating that he will send you a payment in a few days. I will write him today that the full amount should be paid. That's what the lawyer wrote. And then B.E. Pudney, the piano seller, wrote, "This party has only paid us $10 in the last 3 months. We must ask you to get hold of him and have him pay this up. There is now due $137.10 with interest from March 10th, 1920. Then we have a blank check from 1800s Harrisburg National Bank. I liked this old envelope with that writing, and then this is an embossed stamp. It's embossed right onto the envelope. Where's the opening? There it is. Nothing inside. Look at that. I can't read the year again. I love it. And then it's got writing pencil all over it. About impossible to read now. It's so faded. And I don't see an opening. Is it slit? Yes, it's slit. Nothing in it. Some figures on that envelope, but look at the blue and the red. I love that. 1885. Holy cow. I can't read it on that. Why is the year always so hard to read on these? I got a bunch of checks or receipts. 1891, 1918, 1885, Life Insurance Company, 1873, 1908. These are all antique. Lun and Sweet Shoe Store, 1915, 1888. This is unused. 1880 something. It's that last number is blank. 1889. Really fun. Remember, I got some of these tags from him before. I found some more. Italian line. Got 3 of those, and this is a blue one. Cabin class number. It's not filled in at all. These are unused tags. Really cool. And I got some advertising cards. And some ink blotters. So these are nice big ones. The King of All Red Apples, Star King, Double Red Delicious. This one is just Stark Brothers, Louisiana, Missouri. Is there a town called Louisiana in Missouri? Because I think that's what that means. The color camera catches the new royalty of appledom at harvest time. Stark Golden Delicious and Star King. This is the world's largest peach, Halberta Giant. And Scarlet Stamered Winesap apples. And more peaches. They're fun. I got a couple Christmas cards to add to the Christmas bundles or kits that I'll be putting together. I love this one, and this one is really sweet. The size is cute, and it's long and slender. I got 2 or 3 Hallmark date books. I picked one up last week, too. I guess it's just 2. Oh, look, more Italian ship tags. Hallmark date book with the pretty forget-me-nots all around it. 1950. This one has some notes written in it. And then this is like the one I got last week. 1949. Again, some notes written in it. Not a lot till the back. And one little card, birthday card. I love that little duck, goose, swan, whatever it is. Some more of these cargo labels. So I have purple and orange. I think I had blue ones too, but I'm not sure. But I have yellow now. I just keep finding them in his stuff. He brings different boxes every time. A Christmas card, a report card, I don't think it has a year on it. It should have a year. But it was Nancy Hulslander's 2nd grade. No year was written on this. A card to brighten your shut-in hours. Isn't that so pretty, that watercolor? Another Christmas card. And he made sure he showed this to me because I got Chocolate World last week. I think it was the same thing. So I'll be able to share this. I wanted to keep one, but I can share this with someone if it's the same one I got last time. And I got this. Now, when I saw this and it said stunt book, I immediately thought of Evelyn Cornish because I bought those books with her school stuff pasted in it. And I think one of them was called a stunt book. And sure enough, it's Evelyn Cornish's stuff. So I bought this from him. I love the writing. I'm not sure. It's got some titles and names and dates. I don't know if these are plays or what they are. Cooperstown, 1923 to 24. Again, The Trail of a Lonesome Pine. I know that's a story. I wonder if these are just books that she read. Oh, movie list. She went to the movies a lot. Okay, so Beyond the Rocks is Gloria Swanson and Rudolph Valentino. 1922. How amazing is this? Wow, she went to the movies a lot in Cooperstown. I'm assuming Cooperstown, New York. Look at all these movies. Holy cow. Huh. Okay. Now these are something else. Okay, so let's see what she has glued in here. Look at all these envelopes in the pretty pastel colors. Isn't that fun? It's just the front of the envelope. Written to Evelyn Cornish, and then she wrote here who wrote the letter. Gert, Gage, Julia, Ed, Mickey, Mother. Susan Fenimore Cooper Foundation, Cooperstown, New York. Milford, New York. I know she went to Milford School from the things I bought about her before. So this is her idea of a junk journal. This says, I found it. What did you find, Evelyn? This says new honor list, and I think there were some pictures glued on here or stuck in there. There's some slots cut. But they're not there. Maybe she never added them. Look at this. Halloween parties. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Some stuff was removed. There's a cat that she drew or somebody drew. Artistic efforts, it says down at the bottom. My dear Miss Cornish, I would be very glad to have you call sometime. I am Margaret. Oh, call sometime. something. Margaret and Raymond Elliott's mother. Okay, I am Margaret and Raymond Elliott's mother. Interesting. Teachers conference. There's a parcel check for a package, 1923. I like how she glued her stuff in. Folded it up and stuck it in whichever way it would fit. So we can open that one up, and then underneath it, we can open this one up. Isn't that cool? School Notes, Cooperstown, New York. The only walk I took with them. Look at the little pennants with, looks like stamps on them. They're made out of crepe paper. Look, there's a candy wrapper. I do want to show you, if you're not interested in looking at this, I will show you these. Remember I got those daisy labels? Well, he had more. He had a whole bag of them and offered them to me for a price that it was definitely worth it, but it was expensive, and I just don't think I can move that many of these labels out of my shop. I think I would be stuck with them. So I did buy one bundle of them. So I'm going to be having these in my shop. I'm going to put some bigger bundles in because I just have them in sets of 10 right now. So I'm going to put some in with larger quantities in each bundle because I have so many now to move. So I'm just going to quickly look through the rest of this and then we'll be finished. This is an offering envelope. It says Christmas Day offering, and then the ME, I don't know if that means, yeah, Methodist, the Methodist, the Catholic, and the Baptist. It's pink paper. Has this pretty flower on it. The girls of the 7th grade cookery class cordially invite you to attend a luncheon in the domestic class room this afternoon at 5:30, March 21st. So pretty. So she was in 7th grade with this journal. She was older with the other ones that I got. So they went to a play. The senior class of the Cooperstown High School presents Come Out of the Kitchen. And she ended up with these tickets from, this is her own, row L, seat 1, and Gert was in seat 3, and Mrs. Irwin was in seat 5. Some Christmas ephemera. She saved her gift tags. I had to stop the video because I had set my alarm to make sure I got my topsy-turvy books in my journal, in my Etsy store on time. So I just put them in the shop. So this is where we left off, this page with all of these gift tags. And she writes, my expenses, dinner at Batavia, that's a town in New York, and room, elevator at the falls. Yep, they went to Niagara Falls. The gorge ride. So all of these expenses for going to Niagara Falls, $9.92 for her. Got some newspaper clippings here. And some purple tickets, admission tickets for something. Red Path Chautauqua. That's what the tickets were for. I don't know what that is. 10th anniversary of Red Path Chautauqua. Chautauqua is also a place in New York. Oneonta, New York, it says here. Is it a play? Another play? She really likes plays and movies. She likes going to shows. More Christmas tags. Oneonta Theater, Vengeance of the Deep. Must have been another movie. Oh, enacted on the bed of the ocean. Some envelopes. Nothing in them. Some cards. Somebody gave her a handmade Valentine. Be my Valentine. I saw a little bird sitting on a vine. He said he thought that you would be my Valentine. There's another one. Love me little, love me big, love me like a big sweet pig. Wow. That's a 7th grader for you. Some more Valentines. Here's another movie or play. Flapper Wives. Somebody made that decoration. My acceptance. My dear Miss Cornish, I take pleasure in advising you that you have been accepted for membership in the Women's Club of Cooperstown. Methodist News, Parish Calendar, First Baptist Church, Presbyterian. I'll try them all out. Sorry. She tries them all out. And she sat for this portrait. Done by I.L.S. Interesting. And she kept it. Very sweet. Class of 92, commencement. Those are upside down. My autobiography. Connubial bliss or divorce court. The next generation, most embarrassing moment. My first beau or girl. The big swap. The making up. She's just taking pictures out of magazines and saying it's her autobiography. Leaving home for the first time. My college days. My first proposal. How I began to earn my living. My hobby. Looks like she's reading something. Uplift. Culture. Improvement. But it's blank. The lucky one. My husband or wife. Domestic policy. Foreign policy. My club or my committee. It's interesting. My first appearance in public. This says, this is what is connubial bliss or divorce court. She's a very interesting girl. This is a voting ballot. With instructions. Interesting. Well, that was a fascinating look at a 7th grade girl in the 1920s. I'd like to know what was applied here originally. Tell me what was your favorite thing. There were so many interesting things today, so please tell me what your favorite thing is, and I will see you in the next video. Have a creative day. Bye.